What's going on, guys? So I'm actually watching SmackDown. It's been about, I think, a couple of years since I last watched SmackDown. And what's really interesting is that I tuned in to see Becky Lynch against Sasha Banks because they always kill it when they have a match. So I wanted to check it out, see what it was like. So, like I said, I haven't watched SmackDown in such a long time, and this is my first time listening to Mauro Ranallo, which is the new SmackDown commentator. And it's so refreshing hearing a new voice on WWE. Everybody knows that Michael Cole is like so overexposed. Just he gets annoying, his voice gets annoying. He has to plug every single little thing that's happening in the WWE universe, and it really, I think Michael Cole, he's a good announcer, but he's just getting a lot of shit for that. So it's really refreshing to hear this Ronaldo guy. He reminds me of an old school Taz back in SmackDown. He actually calls the wrestling moves by their names, so it's really interesting. Hearing the wrestling moves, Vince McMahon likes to focus on the entertainment side more than the wrestling. But it's something really refreshing, and honestly, right now I've been watching SmackDown for like the last 30 minutes, and it's gonna be crazy for me to say this, but I think I like it more than Raw so far. I don't know if it's because of Raw's just been so crappy lately. Even though, they have to resort going back to Brock Lesnar, to The Undertaker. And for a while, that kind of did it. Like, The Undertaker was supposed to make an appearance, and the ratings will go up. And, for a little bit, or like for a few weeks, and then they will come back down again. But now I think that, what's it called? I think that strategies, it's not working anymore. Because now you have Brock Lesnar, Undertaker come in, and the ratings are still shit. Anyways, I think I might get some heat for saying this, but I think SmackDown is actually a better show than Raw. And that's not to say that SmackDown is great and, it has some great stuff. But I think it's because Raw is so bad that actually SmackDown is not as bad. I think that's what I'm really trying to say. It's gonna sound crazy saying this, but on Raw you have 3 hours, and even though they have an hour more, it feels like they have to rush everything. Which like the wrestling is like they finish matches in like 2 minutes. And it's really freaking stupid. While you have Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch going for like 20 minutes, and it's really really refreshing to see that. Raw just feels so what is that called? It feels like it's being dragged out. Like whenever you hit that second hour, you just want the show to be over, and you're looking at your watch saying, "When is this gonna be over?" Usually they do their main spots right at the beginning of the show, and then as the hours go by, it just gets more boring and boring. And then you have your main events, which are usually Roman Reigns in a 6-man tag, stupid shit like that. So I think that's another reason why I'm starting to like SmackDown better, at least for the last couple of weeks. Raw is just too damn long. SmackDown is 2 hours. Even though it's not live, it's taped, you just watch it 2 hours, you watch your wrestling, and that's it. Another positive thing about SmackDown is that you don't have the pointless matches. You don't have to see Big Show beating Kevin Owens. Well, I think that actually happened on SmackDown. Or not? I don't know. I don't know if that happened on SmackDown or Raw. But you know what I'm saying? You don't have to watch the pointless fucking matches. Like R-Truth versus the Social Outcasts. Or, So it clears, it filters all that out, and then you're just left with, you know, some of the good wrestling, like this Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. And I think what they're starting to do now that the USA Network has SmackDown, they're starting to put a little bit more effort into SmackDown, giving them, like, you know, a couple of big matches. Obviously, they're not doing storyline continuation, if that's what you want to call it, but it's still pretty good seeing SmackDown get some okay wrestling. What else? I'm trying to think. So Marco Ronaldo is actually very good. You know, it's refreshing. It's 2 hours. You don't have to endure that. And there has been a lot of rumors since Shane McMahon came back that they're supposed to do another brand split. My thoughts on that, I think that I would love to see a brand split, but I think it will not. It wouldn't happen, or if it did happen, I think that the WWE would fuck it all up. I think for like the first few months, it would be cool having a two different rosters, but I think eventually it will just get watered down, just like it did before, because they can't maintain a focus. If they were to if they were to do the brand split, eventually, you know that people are gonna start crossing over, and it's not gonna be like before. It's just a matter of time. It happened in the past when Raw and SmackDown superstars would just go back and forth while they were supposed to be two separate rosters. And another reason why is because Raw is 3 hours long compared to SmackDown 2. So I think Raw needs to go back to 2 hours for it to make sense, both shows, you know, having separate rosters. What else? I would like to see a brand split, but I don't think WWE is gonna do it. And if they do, they're gonna fuck it up, and it's just gonna become like that shit that it was back in like 2007, 8, 9. You know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. My thoughts on SmackDown are actually very positive. I suggest you guys check it out. Check out SmackDown. Check out this last episode with Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks going at it. It's actually wrestling, not just, you know, stupid dramatic shit. But yeah, that's it for now.